Did we have it backwards the entire time? Jake Sully, the infamous savior of the Na'vi people, the defender against the colonial oppressors, was he actually a fraud the entire time who, whether he knew it or not, ended up handing over an entire civilization to be enslaved by an evil god? Are humans truly the bad guys in Avatar? Well, the answer is a bit complex because yes, technically they are. Technically they are the problem in more ways than one, but they also aren't. We're gonna get into it. This theory has been proposed by many people, right? I can't not give credit here. I didn't come up with this. Crop Talks About Movies made a good video on this. I gotta give credit where credit's due. You know what? There are some good points here, alright? We need to start this off by seeing the perspective of the colonizers, okay? Earth is dying in this world. In the story that James Cameron wrote, Earth is so low on new resources, pollution, whatever the fuck has happened. Earth is dying. Humans are about to be an endangered species, okay? So they gotta extract resources from this planet called Pandora. Unfortunately, that brings them into conflict with natives of Pandora, who say, no, you cannot fuck with this. You're gonna destroy our environment, destroy many of our resources, our culture. You're gonna kill many of us. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Now, before I get into the complexities of this is obvious. Colonizing is bad. Genocide is bad. I'm against all of that. But in this particular story, it's a bit complex because they're about to go extinct. Now, there have been 3 movies so far. Humans haven't gone fully extinct yet, but they're getting there. Slowly but surely they're getting there, and they need something out of this. And it just, their ways of doing it are problematic for sure. You can understand why they are doing what they're doing. Hear me out. We need to talk about Jake Sully. Do you guys remember Jake Sully had a twin? Jake Sully had a twin who was originally supposed to be the guy who was supposed to go into the Avatar body. He had a philosophy, he had goals, he had a legacy to accomplish, right? First of all, he was interested in the new unique biology and environment of the alien moon. He was very interested in the Na'vi people and Pandora. He was also really into the idea of diplomatic engagement. As part of the program, he wanted to foster communication and understanding between the Na'vi and the humans. He had a shared goal here with other scientists. Problem is, he got mugged and killed on Earth. So his brother came into the fold and basically hijacked essentially the avatar that he was supposed to get because he's a DNA match because he's a twin. So already we have a couple problems. Not only have you stolen an avatar that was meant for someone else, you're nothing compared to him. Like I think he's a former soldier whereas his brother is a scientist. He has all this knowledge and experience. You're also kind of shitting on his legacy by doing what you're about to do and starting a war. My man Sully. Let me introduce you to Jake Sully before he got into the Avatar. Jake Sully is wheelchair bound, crippled. It's implied through just the way he acts that he is a little bit impotent and unable to have social interactions, meet people, whether he cares to or not, make love, beautiful sexual love, right? It's a problem. And he takes it out on people. He takes it out on a person in a bar. There's this dude slapping his girl around in the bar, and Jake, like the hero he is, whoops up on that dude. But you know what? I have a feeling this comes from, yes, he might be protective, seeing innocent people getting their asses whooped, but he's also really horny and angry at the world. Shit's not going well for him. He's taking his anger out on a dude who's an abuser, yes, but it also comes from a place where I wish I could fuck that girl, and this dude's smacking around. I can't stand for this. Whoops up on that dude. You know what this reminds me of? He reminds me a lot of the Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro's Taxi Driver character. His facial expressions in the deleted scenes of the first Avatar, in general, in this opening, this guy looks like he's about to be a school shooter or something, guys. Like, you guys need to understand, when you start reading between the lines in cinema, this guy looks like he was about to shoot somebody up. He looked like a kind of guy who needed the Avatar program at the right time. So his brother died, and it was such convenient timing for him to get that Avatar body. He needed it. This was a new chance for him because now he can walk in this body, right? He can run around. He can basically live life like he's always wanted to live it since he's been crippled. He can also fuck. When he meets Neytiri, he's like, oh my lord, this is what I was missing out on. Fuck the humans, bro. If I can't walk there, if I can do shit there, I can do it here. This chick is fine as fuck. And look, bro, I can't blame him. She's fine. She really is hot. And I'm saying that about pretty much what is a blue monkey. People were calling me racist in my other videos saying, why are you calling blue monkey? Bro, is she not a fucking blue monkey? What do you want me to say? I'm saying she's hot as shit. This is a blue monkey that's sexy. She's played by Zoe Saldana as well. So, obviously she's gonna be sexy as hell. Like, this woman is fine as fuck. But is it real love? Because someone brought this up in my Discord and I laughed out loud when he said it. You know who you are. Jake Sully is what's known as pretty much an intergalactic version of a passport bro. If you don't know what a passport bro is, it's people well, people who have certain level of wealth too, who decide to venture off abroad to find exotic love because they're done with the Western woman. This is not all passport bros. I don't want to paint everyone under the brush, but a lot of them say that, you know, Western women, they're freaking boss babe, independent feminist. I want real love with a foreigner. That's what it is. And there's a lot of controversy surrounding this too, by the way. I first heard of this when I was looking in, there were debates in the manosphere and red pill space that I watched that were really entertaining as fuck. Bunch of morons everywhere. This is relevant to this discussion. Whoever wants to find their love, if they want to find their love abroad, that's fine. If you want to find the love of your life, do it. I'm not gonna, who am I to say anything about it? But there's some people, and this is where the relevance to this topic comes in, there's some people who have, you could say, a bit of a weird view. You know, they've been accused of misogyny, racism, promoting neocolonialism, viewing foreign women as commodities. There's some guys who talk about it like, oh man, I want a woman that I can mold and will listen to me, and only foreign women can do that. See, that's a bit weird. That's where I'm like, alright, you gotta calm down, bro. I've seen people talk like that, and it gives me really weirdo vibes. When it comes to Jake Sully, he's not to that degree. Think about it like this. This dude's a guy who now learns he can walk and fuck. Fuck anything that moves now. He can walk. He kind of low-key sees her and everything represented in her as an opportunity rather than a sovereign individual. So does he really love her, or does he love the idea of what she represents? Similar to the passport bros loving the idea of what the chick abroad represents. Two different representations of two different things, mind you, but still, you have to ask yourself that question. She's an opportunity rather than a wife. This is how you know this is a slow month for movie stuff. I'm talking about fucking passport bros in an Avatar video, but he causes a full-on intergalactic war with the human race over this because he wanted to tap that ass. That's literally what I can walk now, I can fuck. Ain't no one taking this from me now. He pretty much starts a war, and it ends in a lot of humans dying, a lot of Na'vi dying, a lot of generals being mad at him, wanting justice because he's a war criminal now. The Na'vi are like, no, you can't destroy our big ass tree that we love. This world tree of ours that has all of our ancestry and culture and the god we worship. We're gonna get to the importance of that tree and why it's actually a problem. And why I think destroying this tree may or may not be a good thing. Look at it from that lens. Because he can walk and fuck, he's okay with his former race being extinct. You can understand why humans find him a traitor, you know what I mean? And this is a human issue. Because he's not the only human who's prone to having horniness. Any dude with a dick is a problem in these films. Because they're going to fucking want to fuck a Na'vi chick. This guy does the same shit. Povich or whatever, the general, he sees that fire chick and he's like, oh man. You know he's gonna betray the humans too and join Jake Sully. You know he is. That's pretty much what it's already happening. This is why I said it. The humans are villains, but not really, but are. It's complex. Yes, the colonization stuff is bad, but you can understand where they're going extinct. But then you have this war criminal shit happening because of, I want to bang that chick, you know? They're so horny. I get it! I take one look at her and I understand it. But still, man, you're causing a war over this. He's going to turn coat in the fourth movie. We know this. So you have two human traitors starting multiple civil wars and then wars with the humans. Come on, man. Humans aren't the real villains of these movies, but they also are, because Jake Sully and the general, this is like, I want to fuck somebody. Like, bro, these are men with penises, bro. They want to bang. But even worse than all this, he's keeping Pandora enslaved to an evil god. That tree that all of them love so much, that because of the mining and all the shit the humans have to do could end in its destruction, this is a problem. You know why? What do they use the tree for, the Na'vi? They use it to connect to the world. They can connect their hairs to it and shit, right? Some of them bang under the branches of this tree too. They can see their dead loved ones. They're in the spirit realm, one connecting with this tree. And they use it as god worship. They worship Ewa. I swear I can't remember the name whenever I talk about it. They worship the god Ewa. Let me tell you about Ewa. This is a mind control, hive mind assimilating parasite of the cosmic order. That's what she is. Think about it. Ewa is described as a planet-wide neural network, right? She has connections to everything. Electrochemical connections to plants, animals, Na'vi capable of memory storage, behavior, influence, coordinated biological response. She can turn them all into an army to fight, like she did in Avatar 3. That's not a god. That's like a distributed brain. That's a literal alien overlord hive mind. She's basically a prettier, hotter, sexier version of the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things. That's what she is. Less evil, but represents the same kind of threat. She just looks prettier. That's what she is. Remember in Avatar 3 when they begged her for help against the humans at the end, and she did, and then she basically using her hive mind powers connected all the animals in the sea to attack, right? All of them. You know what this shows you? This shows that Eywa has the ability to control all of them and make her pet robots in an army if she wants. Now, the one rebuttal to this is, well, Zaffi, clearly they have free will. So if Eywa was evil, why would she give them free will? Good question. Why would Eywa allow free will? Eywa doesn't mind control instantly. Why would you? Voluntary submission creates stronger neural bonds than coercion does, right? Belief is more stable than coercion. As a cult leader, why would I rule purely on fear when I can just have everyone love me and follow me to the abyss? It'd be easier. Identity disillusion is cleaner when chosen. Eywa represents herself as a loving, maternal, harmonious being until resistance appears, and then she squanders it, she eradicates it quick. She's like a cult leader, God. The spirit world that people see when they're communicating with their dead loved ones is false. It's an illusion casted by her. All these spirit worlds are basically a realm of memories that she's conjured up. Oh, you can meet your dead loved ones if you connect with me. It's a control tool. Everything about it is a control tool. When I saw the spirit world for the first time, I'm like, bro, that's a very convenient thing. These people suffer when their loved ones are dead, but they can still communicate with them in the afterlife, but they still suffer. It's almost as if the communication they do with the afterlife isn't real and they know it deep down, which is why they still have this pain and trauma of their loss. If you can FaceTime your dead loved ones like willy-nilly nothing by just connecting to a tree, that kind of takes away from a lot of the loss. But if it's a subconscious illusion created by Eywa to distract and control you, ooh, that's a different ballgame. That's a different ballgame entirely. And this chick, Sigourney Weaver's original character's basically clone that was created by Eywa. She's a messiah figure created by Eywa with special powers. She can help make humans breathe and connect to the spirit realm, right? Almost as if she can help expand her horizon of control and influence to not just Na'vi, but to all people who come here, all beings. And why? She's again used as like a propaganda tool to control them. Oh, I am the messenger. The spirit of Eywa personified and manifested before you here. I have these powers. So by believing in me, you believe in her. And therefore she exercises more control over you. She's basically, remember what the Lisan al-Gaib, the voice of the outer world, was to the people of Arrakis, right? This was all propaganda. The Bene Gesserit manipulated a prophecy and planted it on this planet to control its people. That's what Lisan al-Gaib was. That's what she represents too. She is a Lisan al-Gaib of the Pandora world created by Eywa to control its people. Now you could ask, okay, well, Zaffi, is this kind of control really bad? Nothing's bad is really happening to these people. It's not like they're enslaved and in a tormented hell. It's not like she's a dictator and overlord. Well, let me ask you. The Fire Tribe left for a reason, because despite being interconnected and controlled by Eywa, who can control all of you and make you leave a certain place if danger arises, a volcanic eruption destroyed their lives essentially, and that's when they gave into the fire, right? They left for a reason because they knew Eywa's problematic, bro. This almighty God who has control over us can let us die willy-nilly. She's not really a savior of ours. She's kind of just this being that has control over us but will not save us.
There's also theories out there that Eywa was the one, because she is the god of the planet effectively, she was the one that actually caused the volcanic eruption to destroy the Fire Tribe, because the Fire Tribe was already dissenting from worship to her. They were already off the path of the cult-like worship for Eywa, so it was the final nail in the coffin that caused the volcanic eruption.
A hive mind control and brainwashing without guaranteed protection, a god who has ultimate access to us, but rarely comes through, but can still use us whenever she wants. Are the humans worse because the humans are coming here and they're colonizing, they're destroying our resources, they're killing our people? Yes. But is that worse? Having your resources destroyed and having a lot of you killed, worse than being enslaved and hived under a god who doesn't bother preventing natural disaster deaths and doesn't even bother really preventing invasion until it really comes down to it, and uses dead loved ones, your dead loved ones, and a frickin' false messiah to enslave you? Which one's worse? Both are kind of bad. This isn't just black and white. And this moron here, because he's horny as hell, this guy abided by Eywa and enforced her rule. Save the civilization from human control. Okay, fine. But then you hand them to another force of control. One side is going extinct. The humans are going extinct as a result of this, and the other is being enslaved by a fucking cosmic parasite. Why, Jake? All because you wanted the tap Navi ass. She's exotic and hot, I understand, but still. That is why Jake Sully, and Awa too, are real villains of Avatar. Humans are bad, but these two are infinitely worse, y'all. That's that. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a mission to take over Hollywood. But the army must keep growing. If you want to suggest video topics to me, or talk about your favorite movies or favorite film theories in a community with like-minded individuals, join the Zafy Discord now. Link is in the description and the comment section as well. Join us. This movement is just beginning. We're taking over Hollywood, one coke line at a time.